morning from freezing cold Charleston. There was frost on my car this morning. I can see my breath and I don't think it's gonna get any better today. To add insult to injury on this extremely cold morning, I had to wake up early and go to an eye doctor appointment. They were running like an additional test. Everything ended up being fine. Oh my gosh, my lip balm is like solid. Anyways, I got a text from a friend saying that she was killing time around downtown and wanted to know if I wanted to get coffee. And I do want to get coffee. That was my plan after this. So I'm gonna go meet up with her. I think we're gonna try for Nook, which is a new coffee shop here in Charleston. There's no point. There's like nothing coming out. But they don't have a lot of indoor seating and I am not sitting outside in this weather. I think I forgot to intro this. Hi, I'm Clara if you're new here. If you're not new here, thanks so much for coming back. Today is Tuesday. We are like a week and a half out from Christmas, I think. It is the 16th. So yeah, not even a week and a half. A week and 2 days from Christmas. Working my way through a mystery. Not a book, a real life mystery that has unfolded this morning when I opened my dryer and it smelled like onions. I literally thought to myself, I was washing the guest towels from my friends that stayed this weekend and I pranked them while they were here. And then I just threw in the pile of towels into like the washer and dryer, obviously cleaned them when they left and it smelled like onions. And I thought to myself, did they prank me back by putting an onion like in these stack of towels? No, I have no idea what it is. The dryer smelled like onions, so I re-washed them. They smelled fine coming out of the washer, put them back in the dryer. Well, as soon as the dryer was done, I opened it, onions. It is the craziest thing. I actually need to call my friend and make sure she didn't hide an onion somewhere. That's diabolical. That's like actually crazy. I don't think she would do that. But I did switch to a new Santal scented detergent. And I wonder if maybe something with like the notes of it when you dry it on high, onion comes out. I don't know. It is the most repulsive scent ever. Makes me not even want to leave my house because what if I smell like onions? I'm rewashing with a different detergent right now, but this is now load like 4 of laundry that I've done today and they keep coming out smelling like onions. I didn't leave anything wet in the dryer. Like I literally went down Google's million reasons of what it could be and the one thing, God forbid, is a dead animal. It's so cold here that supposedly like maybe something could have crawled in to seek warmth in my nice little warm dryer vent or dryer area and it could have met its match when I turned it on. I hope that's not the case because if that's the case, I'm gonna call my realtor and I'm gonna list this house because ugh. And what's crazy is I can open the load right now while they're slightly damp. Doesn't smell like it at all. But when it actually finishes drying, onions. Moment of truth. It's better, but I still get, why do I smell onions? I'm gonna take these out. It's better. But I worry that there's just like something in my dryer. Like what happened? I need to let these cool too. I'm gonna put this on my story. As much as I don't want to be known as the onion smelling girl, maybe this is something that someone else has already figured out. The onion saga will have to wait because I got a text that a prescription is ready to pick up. So I'm here to get that. And my chapstick is thawed. So you can guess that the weather is kind of turned around here. It's still chilly, but now my mesh shirt and vest is a little bit more weather appropriate. I have 5 minutes to kill before I go in for a facial that I actually booked myself 3 or 4 weeks ago. My friend goes to see this facialist, and she swears by her, but she is a hard woman to get an appointment with. I wanted to get a facial before my friend's wedding, and then like after trips and stuff, there's been few times that I like want to go out and get a facial and like pay for that. I'm not like a huge facial treatment person, skincare treatment I should say, but I have friends that have started getting routine facials or they'll do like laser treatments and their skin, oh my gosh, just looks insane. Like I see it in person, it looks insane. So maybe in the new year I will be a routine facial person, but something came over me about 3 weeks ago and I just booked this random availability that this girl had and I'm trying it for myself, even though I arguably don't have like an event or anything that I need beautiful glowing skin for. I actually think I got 2 mosquito bites on my face because these are not acne, like they itch. I have no idea what happened. I have one right here and one right here. They appeared yesterday, but she's also gonna dermaplane me. I'm gonna get her to wax. Like it's gonna be very rejuvenating, but I just randomly am doing this on a Tuesday because that's the availability that she had 3 weeks ago when I decided that future Clara needed to treat herself to a facial. So I'm very excited. She actually texted me saying that I could come in early, which is perfect. So I'm gonna go see what all of the hype is about. And yes, this is literally the spot that I was at earlier. This is the recommendation. It's called Isabel. Hello? I'm sitting in my car parked out front booking my next one. before someone else beats me to it. I feel like I have a little fuzzy on my face, but I don't want to touch my skin. But she did, wow, a lip wax. She did dermaplaning. She did extractions. There was like some lights involved. There was cold stuff involved. There was an arm massage involved. There's a scalp massage involved. There were things that I don't even understand. There's like cheesecloth over my face at one point. She like put something all over it. I don't really understand what just happened. All I know is I want this every month because I think with repetition, obviously she's gonna like learn my skin more and I'll like build kind of like a customer profile with her. But wow, that was great. And what I loved most about her approach is when I was looking to book facials at other places, you would book like the acne facial or the brightening facial or, you know, the anti-aging facial. And I'm like, I don't know what I need. And hers is just like you book a facial and then she changes it based on like the season or the weather, like what you're talking about or how your skin looks, or I don't know. I think it's genius and I'm clearly drinking the Kool-Aid. The Kool-Aid? Is that what it's called? Drinking the Kool-Aid? Yeah. I think I must have done the 75-minute facial. I did. Let me add, oh my gosh, wait. I'm gonna tell her she forgot to book me for a lip wax. So I can do Monday, Tuesday. This is so fun. I'm obsessed. Part of me wants to delete this part of the video so that I don't create competition for myself, but this girl is great, so she deserves all of the promo, even if it's at the expense of me getting the appointment time. All right, time to go home with my glowing skin. I'm gonna have a cozy little night in. I'm gonna watch a Christmas movie. I feel like I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go in public and like get germs on my face. I just need to sit at home and like let these products marinate into my skin. Time for dinner. Having something really delectable tonight. Been looking forward to this recipe all week. First thing you're gonna need is a chaser. Spindrift lime mint. In all seriousness, these are actually extremely good. The Mojito, one of my faves. This is the star of the show. I have to drink this according to schedule before tomorrow. Like I have like timed things and I'm due for another 8 ounces, which I've just been eyeballing. I think I have 2 more cups of this tonight. Let me just say that I did not really know what I was getting into or like the process behind a colonoscopy when I just casually broadcasted it to the internet that that's what I was doing this week. But needless to say, I read these instructions closer and yeah, I'm a little bit frightened about what's to come for me. It does say, and I kid you not, if you develop nausea or vomiting, give yourself a 10 to 15 minute break, then continue drinking. If I find myself in that position, I'm calling a doctor and I'm canceling the procedure. I'm not gonna give myself a 10 to 15 minute break. I just made eye contact with my neighbor. Love that for me. Hopefully you're gonna be able to understand me when I say this, but I have a love-hate relationship with crowdsourcing opinions on like medical procedures or treatments or something. For example, and I'm not trying to invalidate anyone's experience because obviously everything is dependent on like your body and your pain tolerance and everything, but you've probably seen more IUD insertion horror stories than you have people like giving glowing reviews of IUDs. And I feel like that's just a phenomenon of like people are often quick to write like a bad review for like a restaurant or a hotel or something than they are to write like a good review. I feel like there's definitely more people that will run to write a bad review but not necessarily a good one. And long story long, I got myself so worked up for my IUD insertion and it was nothing like people told me it was gonna be. All that to say is you can find a million people online that will make you scared and have you so worked up about like the possibilities of something, but you don't really know how your pain tolerance or your body is going to react. Might be worse, might be better, might be worse. You like literally don't know. So if it's something that like you have to do, stop scrolling through other people's accounts of it and just do what needs to be done, because I'm having a normal night. And if I had listened to all the people in my comment section and in the comment section of all the videos that I subjected myself to, I thought I was gonna be locked in a bathroom. I'm having a normal night, got my comfies on, I'm gonna go watch another movie. I am starving though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really looking forward to food tomorrow. That's the hardest part. I have all the windows open to try and get rid of this freaking onion smell. Cheers. What you didn't see from last night, a deleted scene, if you will, was me calling an appliance repair place and asking if they could do anything to help with the onion smell coming from my dryer. And the guy was very nice. He was very honest. He was like, I've like literally never heard of that, and usually we can't do anything for smells. So I respect his honesty, and maybe I should leave him a Google review just for that. But I think my next step is, after my appointment this afternoon, I'm going to pull my dryer out from the wall and just like clean all of the vents, like all of the pipes and tubes and stuff, because if it is lint that's burning, I obviously don't want to burn down my house, but I just don't want to embark on that right now. So I'm making myself busy and wrapping some gifts that came in so that I don't have to think about it later. I'm so excited my Nuuly just came in. I'm not going to try anything on because I feel like I would just be doing my mental health a bit of a disservice trying things on when I haven't eaten in 2 days. So I will wait to try these on. I'm back to my normal self. Oh my gosh, I feel like they haven't folded it this nicely for me in a while. Okay, Nuuly. I got 6 things. I didn't do like the extras. I got this. Oh my gosh, should I wear this today? Maybe I will wear this today. Little zebra anthropology sweater. Love this. If you don't know, this is a clothing rental company that I'm obsessed with. So I don't get to keep any of these. I just wear them like once or twice in the month and then send them back. But it's good for like travel events. I don't know, just like fun pieces in your wardrobe. Got this lioness dress for a trip to Paris in early January because I'll have the same box. So this with some tights I think would be really pretty. Gonna try that on. This is on the new arrivals of Revolve as well as Nuuly. So I was like, this is gonna be good. Never heard of this brand. Et Ox. I got a 4. What kind of ballsy of me. Should have gotten a 6, but I think it'll work. It's this velvet high neck dress with like some draping and stuff. I don't know. This might be my New Year's dress. Huh. I'm not quite sure if this is what it's supposed to look like because I don't know what this second draping is supposed to be, but I'll try this on and figure it out. From Lioness. Very see-through and lacy, which is like, obviously I wouldn't get a lot of wear out of this, but that's why I like renting it for a trip or quite frankly an Instagram picture. This is another sweater, I think. Samso. I don't know. All the brands on Nuuly are brands that are either sold by or carried by Anthropology, Free People, and Urban Outfitters. So if you like those 3 stores and like the third-party brands they tend to shop and like buy from, then I would recommend Nuuly. Just a little sweater. And then last but not least, a sweater dress that I'm going to wear hopefully in Scotland, doing a whole trip with Mary at the end of this month. We've been planning this trip since April. I think this is the furthest out I've planned a trip in a really long time, so I've been like really hyping up in my head and I can't believe it's here, but I think I'm gonna wear this in Scotland. I'm very excited. I'm very excited, I say with the most monotone voice ever, but I'm very excited. And quite frankly, I don't think you're serious about your clothing and accessory rentals unless you have a dedicated spot in your closet. I need to move that giant Vivrel tote, but this is where I keep all of my Vivrel and Nuuly stuff and like Fashion Pass or Rent the Runway. If I happen to do that, I keep it all on this shelf so that it doesn't get mixed in with like my clothes and I don't forget to return something. If you're curious, this was one of my Vivrel rentals this month. I got to pick 2. Usually like you would just have a subscription for 1, but I'm working with them this month on Instagram, so they let me choose 2. And I am obsessed with this tote bag. Vivrel is the same concept as Nuuly. You just like pay to rent a designer bag. Can you wear makeup under anesthesia? No. Well, I was gonna get ready for the day. Suppose I can't. Let me just do my skincare. If you are not regularly cleaning your earrings, then I'm a little scared of you, because at least once a week, if not twice a week or more often, I take out all of my earrings and I soak them in like soapy water. And I'm mentioning this now because I'm doing it right now because I can't wear earrings or jewelry into this procedure. But I just got this piercing. I don't know what they're gonna do about that. I feel like you're not supposed to wear jewelry. Maybe, I don't really know what the reason is. I suppose maybe if they have to like shock paddle you, God forbid. I don't really know. I suppose I should take off everything that I can, but I also have like permanent bracelets. I don't know. But in addition to like washing and scrubbing my individual earrings, I also wipe my ears with an alcohol like prep pad. I feel like your hair products and conditioner and stuff gets caught up in your earrings and it's disgusting. So in case you needed a new thing to add to your list, clean your earrings. It's actually so warm out today. It is 61 after a frigid cold day yesterday. I'm not gonna complain, but it's just crazy how quickly the weather changes like that. Well, I fear that I have dilly-dallied all that I can and I have to call my Uber. So I'm packing my bag. I have my Kindle and makeup wipe in case they make me wipe off the tinted moisturizer I put on. I'm going to order food immediately when I get home, but I'm gonna bring a coffee and some gummy bears to put on my stomach after because I haven't eaten anything today. I haven't drank anything. Like, I'm so thirsty. This bag has a secondary little pouch that's kind of cute. And I suppose I'll bring my computer and my computer charger because I don't really know how long I'm gonna be waiting. I'm back with my first meal in almost 48 hours. Caesar salad, ice cream cookie dough Sammy, and this gigantic sandwich from Porchetta Shop. Let me show you this thing. Look at that. Beautiful, stunning. I'm gonna devour this, and then they said to take a nap, but I don't even feel that tired. I'm exhausted. I'm so tired. So I'm just chilling in bed. I've got my computer, I've got my TV, and I thought I lost a tooth. Imagine coming out of anesthesia and they're like, oh yeah, you lost a tooth in there. But anyways, I'm just watching some TV. I'm thankful that I cleaned this morning because now my house is all cozy and clean. I'm gonna light a fire later. I'll take this why am I not logged into Hulu? I guess we'll do Netflix. I'm gonna take this party to the living room. I'm gonna order myself dinner because I can't drive. I thought that maybe I could like drive this evening, but I definitely can't drive until tomorrow. But I'm just hanging out. What to watch? What to watch? Certainly not that. Four Strangers Navigate Life Changes. Sure. For the past 2 days, I cannot stop watching this guy's videos. I don't even follow him. Maybe I should give him a follow, but he keeps coming up on my For You page nonetheless, and he's like cooking and baking outside. I assume he's from Louisiana just based on his accent, maybe. I don't know, but Bruce has got me locked in.
Put this whole cobbler together. It's been warmed up. I got some butter in the bottom. Butter makes it better, baby. Okay.
Like, I can't stop watching. You know what? Follow. Let me find the one that really got me locked in. This one, 2.6
hey,
million.
We're fixing to make some biscuits and sausage gravy. What are you talking about?
And I actually watched this in the middle of my fast last night, so maybe that's why I'm like extra vulnerable to this content right now. It's because I'm still really hungry. But I need to know if Bruce the Alligator Man has come across anyone else's desk. Alright, speaking of being hungry, I'm gonna go make dinner. Tonight's dinner consists of Twist My Parm, Asiago, and Parmesan, Google's mac and cheese, Google's mac and cheese, and then Caesar salad from lunch because I definitely ordered with my eyes and not my stomach, and I have leftovers from lunch that I'm gonna eat. I've been in a bit of like a self-care limbo these past couple of days because I have that trip next week and then there's Christmas and stuff. So I feel like whenever there's things on the horizon that I want like fresh nails for or like a fresh tan for, kind of makes the week leading up to it kind of difficult to time out. Also feeling confident in having like a nice tan, if that makes sense. It's hard not to have things overlap and then I'm sacrificing like my good tan for just a normal week in Charleston. Like, I want to look so tan on that trip with my friend because she's actually going, gosh, I should know where she's going. It's somewhere in the Caribbean, and then she's flying back to Scotland. So she's actually gonna have like a nice little summer glow, and I'm trying to replicate that as best I can. But I realized there was nothing stopping me from just doing like a quick mani-pedi to make myself feel a little bit more put together this week. So I'm doing this purplish, like deep purple color from D&D called Mud Oak. And then I already have a set of press-ons waiting for me to use next week. Honestly, if I put them on right now, they would probably last me through the trip, but I would rather just have them like super uber fresh for the trip. So I'll do polish for this next week and then I'll switch back to my press-ons. Here's the finished product. This is 2 coats of that Mud Oak color. It's like looking kind of black, but I feel like when the sun hits it, it's more like a purple burgundy vibe. But I feel like this is gonna help me feel a little bit more put together tomorrow. Against my better judgment, I'm going to be sleeping in the 2-hour express tan that I usually wash off right on the 2-hour mark. I know it's going to overdevelop, but it's okay because I did the math, and if I want to squeeze in a tan before my good tan for my trip, I need to do it today. And I'm not staying up for 2 more hours, and I don't have time tomorrow morning to do it. So fingers crossed I don't look like an Oompa Loompa. Subscribe because you'll find out in the next vlog. I'm going to end this one off here. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you want to, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully not looking like an Oompa Loompa.